Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any will help the channel grow, and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we were continuing to do some bug fixing, trying to do some more, general odds and ends, trying to get to our final assembly point. And I'm not going to lie, instead of working out what to do, I did just let the game run in the background. Now, I didn't do anything. I just hovered here for, I think it must have been about 40 minutes, maybe an hour, to let it finish off. And these are the last two magnetic field generators we need to complete Phase 4. Because then we can start looking at the next tiers of tech and basically start doing the more, looking at our final steps. And it's weird considering how long it took me to get through the previous season. It feels like we've made very, very rapid progress this time round. But in they go. Cool. Right, so they're now in. So we're just going to quickly drop in here and check on Jack. Hello, Jack. What you got for me? Oh, nuts. Nice. Thank you very much, boy. Right, okay. So, here we go. That's all completed, so we can then seal it. Ka-clunk. Okay. Oh.
Welcome to the Pioneers Got Power Problems presentation. That was a joke. Anyway, you're familiar with the process. Just throw the lever and the automated systems will take over. Imagine all the time and effort that would be wasted if you had to do all that work as well. Some work is just better suited for machines. Phase 5 contains technology the human brain cannot comprehend, so just trust in me and fix it policy and everything will go as planned. Answering all your questions will take time we simply do not have. Everything is going to be just fine, so long as you do your job. We've come this far together after all, haven't we? Anyway, you know what to do. Just don't forget to keep producing previous project parts, and plan ahead when setting up new production lines, and make sure not to leave it all until the last moment.
Okay. Interesting that nuclear pasta is still being used for these next two phases, but let's send it. Which means we're going to come up here to get a decent view. There we go. Hopefully the sky will clear and we'll be able to see the next stage of construction. Oh wow, we don't need a lot of the next things. 200 of those warp. Whoa, okay.
Phase 4 of project assembly completed. If style was measured in my performance reports, yours would be something special. Regardless, saving the day is within our grasp. Do not lose focus now. You must understand the weight on your shoulders, but you are not alone. I am here, and I know exactly what's at stake. This goes beyond Earth. Your actions will affect the universe at large. You might think I am exaggerating. Perhaps you will understand once you finish project assembly. Phase 5 awaits. I expect your best work.
I mean, that looks like an actual starship they're building above that there. Very cool. Okay, so yes, nuclear pasta is still currently feeding in. That's fine. Then we're going to need whatever these next things are, but I'm kind of worried the last two only need like 200 of them. That worries me how complex they're going to be. Okay, let's have a look at our milestones. Okay, we finally got tier 9, so we can... Yes, we could make... What the blazes is that? Okay, this is where it does get into what's it called? Complicated thing. Okay, so we can now make fixite ingots, fixite trigons, diamonds, time crystals, biochemical sculptors. Oh, now apparently we can do SAM ore, but sorry, we'll skip over the fact that I've been using that for ages. Okay. Quantum encoding. Oh, blimey, okay. Portals. But we need those for it. We need the quantum, the superposition oscillators. Okay. Then peak efficiency. Ooh, the Mark 6 and the Fixonium. Okay. Literally, the crater is still there. Wow, okay. Okay, alright, so we've got some fun things to go with, but I think this is where we're going to be starting. So, that means we need... God, we really need to... We are going to need to up these, because we need so many fused modular frames. I'm actually even going to leave those there. I think we're just going to try and buy some parts. Where are we? Fused modular frame. I think we need 2 of those, don't we? So we'll buy those. Yeah. Then we need 250 radio control units, which we apparently didn't put on the network. I thought we had. Right. Top floor. And then we're going to need the cooling units, which we also didn't put on there. Okay, that's fine. Cooling units shouldn't be too much of an issue because we have been flying those in and we've got those in surplus. It is going to be the radio. Yeah, the radio control units we're not making enough of because we don't have the aluminium. Okay, yeah, these things are fine. So we need 500 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the backside to try and sort that out. Okay, but let's at least get this going and see what we're looking at with it. But if we need to use radio control units, we are in trouble. Okay, so I can't remember how many these come in, so let's buy that. So they come in 50. Excellent. Okay, that means I need another 4. Okay. Right. And then let's get that all sent.
Milestone reached. The converter uses strange alien matter, abbreviated to SAM, to break down and transform materials at their most fundamental levels. I am sure even you can appreciate the power to manipulate atomic bonds. Most importantly, you are now able to locally create fixite, a highly adaptable synthetic metal, ideal for any kind of construction. It is everything we need to save the day, and perhaps its admirable qualities can inspire you.
Okay, so now we've got this thing. Okay. Oh, no, it needs a... Yeah, okay, we're in trouble. That needs radio control units, and we just don't have them. Because we're burning them all over here at the moment. Like, in theory, that's using some. Yeah, okay, we absolutely need to go and try and sort out the aluminium, which I was desperately hoping to not have to do. But it is what it is. Right, let's head back over there. And not West Coast Power, Old Oil. And we will see... We'll see what we can do about it. So I'll catch up with you guys in a couple of moments. Okay, so here we are. We are back over at the aluminium facility. Now, one thing I do want to worry myself about is I was told to have a look at... I was told the fixite ingots are scary to make. Oh, wow. Okay, so... Okay, so we're using SAM and then either iron... 24 iron, crikey. Aluminium or Caterium. Now... We're probably going to wind up using Caterium because I think we've got tons of that left. Like, the iron is good to know that you can do that, but that is a lot of iron you need to feed in at a minute. Caterium, I think, is going to be the best bet because 60 a minute, that's easy to pull together. I'm sure we've got some Caterium bits we've not actually touched. So, okay. We'll probably wind up doing Caterium ones. Now, how are we going to handle this? because we need to increase our aluminium production now. I'm still worried we don't have the sandstone for this. We've not really got the space either. Not on this footprint. Let's have a look. What could we do? Because if I try and put this out over here, it's going to make that a really odd building shape when we get into putting the rest of these walls in. Because, you know, that's something I'm going to do at some point. Maybe. Okay. Okay, where could we do this? Because that's the thing, the footprint's pretty nicely worked out for this much bauxite. And we're using what? 2, 4, 6, 8. We're using 1,000 bauxite a minute. How much have we actually got coming in downstairs? $205, 500, 144. Wow, okay, that one's actually getting borderline empty. Okay, maybe we don't actually have more bauxite. Okay. Increase the priority on that one, seeing as the back one's getting used up. Is this our bauxite delivery? It is. That is looking slightly emptier. Okay, we're going to have a look, see what's going on at the other end. Because for that to only have 900 in it when the others have 3,200 worries me. So we're going to go check that. So yeah, again, I'll catch up with you guys in a couple of moments. So we're tracing the issues at the minute. Okay, so here we are, just pulling in, and that's got, yeah, this one is slow, but that one is fully backed up. Interesting. Okay, in which case we could probably put a merger there. Where can I put... Why... Oh, there we go. I could put a smart splitter here. And we can go overflow. Feed in like that. Okay. And then in theory, once this container gets backed up, then that should start helping that one out a bit more. Which, again, should get us more bauxite coming in. Because you're sending at 194, 533, 149. Yeah, that one's got a Mark 5 belt. I mean, let's stuff these as much as we can. Might as well run this belt all the way back. Gonna say we probably don't need to, but why the heck not? And it might be worth us also seeing whether we can tap another bauxite node as well to help support some of this. Okay. And there's that. And what are you? You're a miner Mark 2. Okay. Well, guess what? We've got some upgrades to do here then. So, where's our special? Equipment workshop. Right, let's get a few of these put together because I've got a feeling we're going to want them. Because we are absolutely just not pulling enough aluminium together. Right, okay. That is fully overclocked. Right, put that back in there. And cool, we haven't got any bauxite here because it was all coming out on the line as it was. Alright, ramp that up. That's 600 a minute. Cool. So that's that one going to be throwing tons out nice and quickly. Let's go make sure the others are upped as well as far as we can get them. Because, you know, that's certainly going to help if we can. Right, I can see one of the other belts there, but I don't want to go scooting across the wilderness. Yeah, particularly as we've got one there we don't want to miss. Yeah, you're a Mark II as well. There's your upgrade. Put those back in, whack that up. Oh, okay. That's more than we can cope with. That can only go up to 780, I think. Okay, let's pull that back out. Yeah, let's check. Belt, tier 5, yeah, 780. Okay, so that is now absolutely at capacity. Didn't even need that third shard. This one, on the other hand, probably will. Because I think this one's the impure node that we've got here. Okay, let's have a look. That was where that friggin' giant spider thing jumped at me. I really don't want to handle that again. Right, there we go. Mark 3. Put those back in. Right, so that's now up to 300. What have you got? You've got a Mark 4. Yeah, you'll handle that fine as it is, so I'm not going to worry about that. Just need to make sure. Something niggles me saying some of these would turn to Mark 3 because we didn't have enough Mark 4s to go all the way and we didn't need it. So we kind of just left them. So I just want to check, make sure they are still 4s all the way up. There we go, that's what I was talking about. Okay. And that goes in there as well. Okay, in fact, instead of doing that like that, let's just send this in here like that. Because, yeah, I mean, that seems more appropriate. Why? Ah, here it comes. I was about to say, why is that one stopped? But it's not. It was just because we were further ahead of it. Okay, so that is now incoming as well. Which is good. And when this one's all filled back up again, which shouldn't take too long at all, because that is pretty blinking full. I think what that means is we can come here. And we can put 1, 2, 3. Because if we're going to start burning through them faster, this is going to be bauxite 2. We're going to go from where do we want? Bauxite out to bauxite in. Just okay. Cool. So that's on its way back already, which is why we want to try and get that going. Okay, so that's going to fill up there pretty quickly. Which is going to now send this one off over this way. That's fine. That one's still filling. Okay. Okay, right, so that's going to take that out, and I imagine we're going to have the other one appear reasonably soon on its way up. But that should hopefully increase our bauxite flow. Yeah, see, they've now got Mark 5, so they're draining that pretty quick. That's heading down. Let's just quickly check it on the map. So we're here. That's bauxite 1. There's bauxite 2. Right, hang on. Vehicles. Right, there we go. So bauxite 1 is there. Bauxite 2 is there. Okay. Alright, so that does look like they're going to cross each other about right. Cool. Okay, let's us come and check to see whether he grabbed this one. Okay. Oh, I love those smart rounds. So glad we're making those now. Right, that's you dealt with. And we just keep peppering these guys. Cool, I think that's both of them as well. Nice. Cool, okay. Awesome, we definitely haven't done that one. Oh, that needs ECM rods. And there's no way I'd normally carry those on me. Oh, phooey. Oh, well. Right, okay, so let's us head back. We're going to try and sort out the edit timetable. Bauxite in, there we go. Yeah, we'll head over there and we are going to try and start expanding that aluminium. So yeah, I will see you guys when we get back over there. Okay, so here we are, we're back. Got to put the right pack back on. Now, that has... Wow, none in there, but that's got nearly 2,000 now. Okay, so that's looking healthier. Well, that's good. Right, okay, so... We could overclock these in theory, but I don't think we've got the belts to then cope with the aluminium. Yeah, 360 would wind up being 7... Actually, no, 720. So a Mark 5 would do those. So that's spitting out 120 water, and that's taking in 200. But that would be our problem there. We'd have water issues. So I don't think overclocking is a sensible solution. I think we're just going to have to take out this angled bit here, much as I love it, and just extend the floor out. To do some stuff with this. So let's get these out, and then I'm going to have to try and figure out how to blend that back in. Yeah, that might wind up being a vertical instead of a nice tunnel. Yeah, because we're going to want that space. We're actually going to need to shuffle over a little bit here. Okay. Right. Yeah, let's just do that. And then we're going to want flat roofs. Like that. And then in there, we don't have anything we can put. We haven't got like a glass wall we can put on that little bit there. Yeah, because we don't get glass, we get steel. And I think we were using fix-it ones, so let's go to fix-it, and I think we were painting it. We're going to want the inverted one. Inverted 2 meters. No. Inverted 4. Yeah, it's that inverted 4. That's the one we want. And then it was customizer chrome finish. There we go. Okay. And then we can put the walls along there if we need to. Right. So, what we're going to want here, though, is we are going to need... no, not pure ingots. Solid out. No, not solid out, is it? It's liquid out. Don't even have one set up for that. So I think we're going to have to handcraft these a little bit, unfortunately. 2, 3, 4. Now, one of the bits I do actually need an answer to that I don't have yet is how much spare bauxite we're going to have. So, let's have a look at this. We don't have a great way of... Okay. So where are they coming up? They're coming up 1, 2... And, okay, 3. That one's coming in right there. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to need to sync it all to see how much we're actually making. And then we can do our maths from there. So let's get an awesome sync. Just going to need to power that temporarily from somewhere. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. And then we're going to want our fastest belt possible. We're going to need a throughput so we can count how much we're sinking. And then the plan... Right, okay, is going to be to come here. We're going to put a smart splitter on. We're going to try and put a smart splitter on. That lift, but it's not playing ball. Okay. That one's a smart splitter. Okay. Now... That looks like that's just aligned to itself. Okay. So if we configure this... Yeah, forward is overflow. That's fine. Again, this is just going to be temporary spaghetti to basically see how much we're making and can get rid of. Right. I don't care that it's clipping. The point is we're getting rid of the stuff here to sync and see what we've got. Right. Okay, so that's cleared that, and now we can start seeing what's actually coming through on that one. Okay. Now, for this, that's coming up, splitting, going around there. So some of it's going there, some of it's going here. And we're forcing it in here. So what I think we actually want to do is upgrade this. Probably that as well, though I don't know that we need to. Yeah, because that's taking 200 a minute, so that actually probably can't handle anymore. And then what we do is we go... Right, merger there. Smart splitter here. With overflow like that. And we throw that way as well. Which I think is then going to give us the overflow from everything else. So I think that'll give us the overflow from here. Because it'll be whatever makes it through here, as well as what's coming through here. I think that's how that's going to work. But that shouldn't touch anything that's going on upstairs. It just means that we are throwing a lot of the rest of it away. Which should... I'm going to say should be okay, because we're going to be filling all of this up now. Right. That needs to be a Mark 5. That could be a Mark 5. Okay. Oh, that was coal. I wondered if that was the bauxite there. Right, let's have a look at our number, but I am going to leave this for a little to run for a little while to see what we're working with. Okay, that's suggesting we got a spare 600 or so. That might not be bad, but like I say, I want to make sure that we can sustain that. But I'm going to be wrapping up here, and we'll see what that number is next time to see how many of these we can actually make use of. So, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they will help the channel grow. They help get it out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my YouTube channel members. Your support is very much appreciated. Please don't forget that as a supporter, you do gain access to the save files for any of the open world games I'm currently playing, as well as early access to the videos, so you get to see what's going on before anybody else does. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.